Hello students, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to study about the Human Genome Project. Now see here, it is the DNA sequence which will determine the genetic makeup of any organism. And if two individuals are different, it means their DNA sequence are also different. So this gave them idea that if we can find the sequence of the complete human genome means haploid set of chromosome. So if we can find the sequence of the complete human genome, so we can identify which gene is working and which is not working. And this was possible because of the genetic engineering. Because genetic engineering was helping us to isolate the DNA. We can clone any piece of DNA and then we can determine the sequence. So with the help of genetic engineering, this project was started in the year 1990. This project is actually started in the 1990 by the US Department of Energy and National Institute of Health. Later on, Wellcome Trust of UK also became a major contributor, and other contributions were coming from Japan, France, Germany, China, and other. And they started this project in 1990, and they calculated they will complete by 2003. So this was actually 13-year mega project. Is it clear? It was 13-year mega project. Why they call it as mega project? See the reason behind it. See one thing, if you know, human genome means it is having nearly 3 into 10 raised to power 9 base pair. Okay, it is having 10 raised to power 9 base pair. And if the cost of the sequencing we do, then it is going nearly $3 per base pair. So for 3 into 10 raised to power 9 base pair, the cost will go 9 billion US dollars. And if suppose they store this information in a book, then each page of the book should contain 1,000 letters and there should be 1,000 pages in one book. Then they observed that they want 3,300 books also. Lot of technicians, supporting staff is required, means manpower is required. Money cost is also very high. That is why this project is called mega project. Now what are the goals they made it? See one thing, see some other important goals is this. First of all, they were trying to identify all the genes which are present. They have to know the sequence of 3 billion chemical base pair. They have to store this information also. They have to improve the tools for data analysis, and after this, whatever research work they have done, they have to transfer this information to the other sectors. Now they have to address the ethical, legal or social issues. Is it clear? These are the issues they have to address which may arise because of the project. Now, what are the methods? What they are following it? They have planned that we will follow two methods. One is expressed sequence tag. Means they will identify all the genes which are expressed. Another panel was saying we will identify whole. We will do the sequencing of whole. Okay, later on we will decide whether which is coding or non-coding area. So two approaches were there for the sequencing. One approach was saying that we will try to do the sequencing of only the genes which is expressed. Another approach was saying we will try to sequence all. Okay, please try to understand, sequence all. Whether it is coding or non-coding, we will try to sequence all. Later on, we will assign different regions which is functioning or which is non-functioning. Now see, for sequencing, if you have to do the sequencing, then first step is isolation of the genetic material should be done. The total DNA from the cell is isolated. Then you have to convert them into small pieces, convert them into fragments. And for conversion, we use restriction enzymes. It is done with the help of restriction enzymes. After conversion, then you will separate them by the use of agarose gel electrophoresis. After separation, then next step is they will do the cloning in the suitable host. For cloning in the host, they have to use a vector which can carry their foreign gene so that their DNA can be amplified. So cloning will result into the amplification of the desired DNA fragment. And generally the host were bacteria and yeast, and the vector was BAC and YAC. BSC means bacterial artificial chromosomes and YSC means yeast artificial chromosome. So for sequencing, please learn the sequence once again. What are the steps? Number one, they have to isolate the DNA. Number two, they have to cut it into pieces with the help of restriction enzymes. Number three, they have to separate the DNA fragment by agarose gel electrophoresis. Number fourth, they'll be now cloning in the host by using vector. I hope up till here topic is clear. Now see how they will sequence. After this, they will use the sequencing by the automatic DNA sequencer. Okay, this is the one they are using it, and this is a technique which was used by Sanger to know the sequence of amino acid in protein. This person is given a credit for sequencing the sequence of amino acid in insulin protein. So by using that method, we have done this. But main problem came here that we have to use some overlapping fragments because overlapping fragments are required, and for this we have taken the help of the computer because alignment was not manually possible. So specialized computer-based program was developed, and that is the reason why that era, in that time, bioinformatics was developed. Though they have targeted that they will complete the project by 2003, means 13 years, but chromosome first was last to be sequenced, okay? And it was completed in May 2006. And they have done the sequencing of 24 chromosomes. Now, question can come in the mind of the student that genome is haploid set of chromosome and human haploid set is 23. Then why they have done the sequencing of 24? Reason is, in case of the human male, X and Y are not homologous. So they have done the sequencing of 24 chromosome in which 22 are autosome, one X and one Y. Is it clear? So this is the one they have done it. Now see what are the results what they observed. Number one, they observed that human genome contains this much bases. 3164.7 million nucleotide bases are there. Average gene, on an average, please focus, on an average, one gene contains 3000 bases, but it can vary. It is not that every gene will have this many bases. For example, largest gene is dystrophin, which is having 2.4 million bases, and this gene is located on X chromosome. Is it clear? It is located on X chromosome. Total number of genes were only 30,000, much lower than their calculation. They were thinking nearly 80,000 might be there, or nearly 1.4 lakh might be genes might be there. But according to their estimate, gene is only less than their calculation, and it was coming to be 30,000. And nearly 50% of the gene what they have discovered, they don't know the function only. Less than 2% of the genome is coding for protein. So who is making the bulk of our genome? Repetitive sequence is making the bulk of our genome. What are repetitive sequence then? Now, repetitive sequence are those sequences which are repeated many times, nearly 100 to 1000 times. They are having no direct coding function because they are repeats, so they don't play any role in coding, but they give importance. We can understand what is the structure of chromosome, what is its function, and how the evolution has been done. Now, this data is important. Chromosome 1 has got maximum gene 2968 and Y has got minimum gene 231 gene. Scientists have identified nearly 1.4 million locations where single nucleotide polymorphism is going on. Single nucleotide polymorphism is occurring. And this information can help us, this human genome, what they have done the sequencing. This can help us to control many diseases, or we can identify what is the relationship of the disease and why the diseases are coming. I hope up till here topic is clear to you. Thanks for watching class. Please write your comment in the comment section. I'm giving a link below. Let me know, is it useful for you or not? Please mention in the comment box. Thanks for watching class.